people. Welcome in. Happy hump day. We are halfway through the week. We are here to go over Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the last episode that they will ever air. This was the season 13 finale. This was season 13, episode 29. It was titled Means to an Ending. As you guys all know, I did do a live discussing this. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop Miami, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Love and Hip Hop New York. The franchise as a whole has been canceled. So the only new episodes we have really going forward from Love and Hip Hop are going to be the Miami episodes, which are concluding over on BET. I do cover Love and Hip Hop Miami. I will continue to cover Love and Hip Hop Miami. So I just wanted to let everybody know that, but it's kind of weird. It didn't quite feel like the end. I expected them to do more, like a montage or something of stuff from back in the day. Like, I don't know. I was expecting more, but I mean, hey, we got what we got. But before we get into the video, I want to remind everybody, tap in with the links in the description of this video. I always have a Black creator spotlight. There are other great creators that also cover this show. Some don't, but they cover a lot of other great shows and do panels. Tap in, support a creator. Also, James from the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel has informed me that he may be back before June 1st. So I encourage everybody to tap into James's page or his Instagram if you want updates and things on that. Also, anybody here, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, all of those good things. Welcome to our new subscribers, and also a big thank you to everybody who watches, whether you are subscribed or not. I do appreciate you, and you do matter. But let's get into this final episode. The final episode was kind of meh. I didn't really care for it too much. Not a lot happened. So the group is back from their camping trip. Everybody's back in Atlanta. And it looks like Carly Red is at the courthouse, or it looked like the Fulton County Jail. I only recognize it because I was obsessed with that show 60 Days In, where the people send themselves to jail. It aired on A&E years ago. And I remember the season they did in that Fulton County Jail in Atlanta. I don't know if anybody's watched the show, but there was this girl who fell in love with one of the real inmates who was a participant in the show and all this crazy stuff. That was a time. Maybe I'll review old episodes of 60 Days In one day. But Carly Red is at the courthouse because half of this cast don't know how to use the wealth and the fame that they have to do good things, and they still breaking the law for some reason. I can't understand it. I really cannot understand it. But Carly Red is there to help Erica Banks, the rapper, and her girlfriend or fiance Dro, because they've been arrested again. At first I was like, did she get put in jail for the initial arrest? But I had to remember that the first arrest was in the airport. For whatever reason, Erica went through TSA with a gun in her purse, a stolen gun or something crazy like that. And I'm just like in my head, like, who brings guns to the airport? I know cops fly with them, people in the armed forces, hunters. Like, there is a way to fly with your weapon. However, you have to follow standards. You have to have the weapon registered, all those good things. And Erica did not have that. So you already caught a felony charge at the airport for that. Now you mean to tell me that you have caught another charge with your girl again. And this time she was charged with felony drug charge. Girl, why? Why do you keep getting in these situations, Erica Banks? If I had a song that people used as a TikTok challenge, like, I would use that one hit to never have to break the law again. Like, I don't understand why Erica Banks is making the decision she's making. And I don't understand why Dro is doing it too. I know throughout the episode, a lot of people make it seem like Dro is kind of the problem in Erica Banks's life right now. But she's grown. She makes her own decisions. If she chooses to do stupid shit, fine. But Dro is also making dumb decisions. I just don't understand the need to break the law. But in the parking lot, trying to figure out what's going on with Erica Banks and Dro, Carly Red sees 2,400 pounds, as our good subscriber Shani calls him, aka 24 hours. And he's in a parking lot. He said he just got out of jail, and he's been trying to figure out how he can bond Selma out of jail. And I'm like, wait, y'all went to jail? Were you fighting? But it turns out that Selma and 24 had traffic tickets. I guess in Georgia, if you have a traffic ticket that's unpaid, you get a failure to appear in court. They issue a warrant out for your arrest. And it looks like they did that with them. Selma and 24 were pulled off and over in a traffic stop, and that's how they got discovered and went to jail. Now, Carly Red did help to get Selma out faster. I said, Carly, not you being the local bad boys bail bonds. That was nice of Carly to help, but I always struggle with Carly to know if she's like really that kind of a person or if she's just being messy. Because I still haven't forgotten of messy Carly Red from back in the day in the earlier episodes. I still have not forgotten. But 24 and Selma get out. Carly Red ends up giving them a ride home because it's taking a while for Erica and Dro to get out. And I'm just looking like, can y'all stop going to jail? That's crazy too, that they would even waste tax dollars to put a warrant like on somebody for a traffic ticket. I'm from California, been here my whole life. If you don't pay your traffic tickets, I mean, after a couple years, they might suspend your license, but you're not just gonna go to jail. That's crazy. That's actually insane. I feel for them. Before we move forward, I want to greet Shani, who is here before we even ever went live. What is popping to you, my Gemini twin? Our season is here. My birthday is on Friday. I don't really give a crap about my birthday. I'm just excited because I'm going out of town. I'm very happy to get out of town. So tomorrow's review for Love and Hip Hop Miami, to those who watch my reviews of that as well, it will be up there, but I'm going to just do a premiere video instead of a live stream. So I will be engaging with you guys in the premiere chat. But Shani says, what's up, twin? What's up to James? I know he is not here. I'm sure he's still watching. But we still going to acknowledge that brother. Of course. We always acknowledge and uplift James. The link to his channel is in the description. And he should be back before June, because I know he has Bell Collective Birmingham. He would be smart to come back to do the finale for that. He has Bell Collective coming back. He has Heart and Hustle Houston that's coming back. He has Housewives of Atlanta, which is on TV. And he has committed to the Housewives of Rhode Island with me, as well as joining me and Kiwan JTV when we go over Love After Lockup. So he will be back. He is moving. He's in his apartment. So I'm sure once he gets internet, he's probably going to get right to YouTube. Shani says, all right, I'm on my way to Burger King to get my Wednesday Whopper for $3.98. Hold on a minute. It's like $6.55. I'm coming back. You know what shit? Oh, wait. She said it's Wednesday and I want my $3.99 Whopper. That is my Nana on Tuesday at Popeyes. Okay. If you could get a deal, get a deal. I'm cracking up though. She says she going to Burger King. Enjoy your Burger King. And anybody else who's eating dinner, I hope y'all enjoy what you eat. I got Jamaican food for dinner. I have brown stew chicken, some cabbage, and rice and peas. I'm going to tear it up as soon as this live is over because I'm hungry as hell. But the next thing we see is Scrappy and Bambi. They go to see Young Jock. They go to, I guess Jock is preparing for like a 20th year anniversary. He's been in the game for a while. I did see Jock perform this year. He looked good. It wasn't just the body was right. Like he had energy. He was hopping all over the stage. He looked good. So I'm happy to see Jock's glow up. I do feel like of all the people in Love and Hip Hop, Jock has grown to a certain extent, but then I also feel like he still has some areas to work on. But Jock is looking at Bambi and Scrappy like, what are y'all doing? Now, they have not officially spun the block, but they are meeting on two corners that look at each other maybe. But Scrappy and Bambi have been flirting and figuring stuff out. Bambi says that she low-key feels sorry for Brittany just because Scrappy went and dated her and made her think that they had a future while he still had feelings for Bambi this whole time. I feel like Scrappy and Bambi are meant for each other. I don't feel like either of them could find a serious relationship outside of each other. I don't have a problem with them getting back together. I just feel like they need to get a counselor and really like do the work. I feel like they're just trying to spin the block, but you really got to work on stuff. And based on how Scrappy dates and based on how Bambi handled her relationship with Rayface, I don't think Scrappy or Bambi are ready for a relationship. But I mean, they got kids and they was married, so I guess fuck it. I guess they getting back together. I don't know what they're doing, but Yeah. Remember, everybody thought Ashanti and Nelly spinning the block was cute until they did that reality show. Then y'all turned on them real quick. Welcome back, Shani. Welcome back. Lord help us. Unfortunately, Jessica White miscarried. We were aware of this because she's been very open on her pregnancy journey on Instagram. Listen, I feel for any woman that goes through a miscarriage. I have had a miscarriage myself. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to deal with. For Jessica to have had so many, I do feel for her, especially with her. She says this was the furthest she ever got in a pregnancy. So, I think Jessica should practice being still, being quiet. Maybe that's a good thing about Love and Hip Hop not being on TV anymore. I want her, if she does ever get pregnant again, to just go ghost. Do like Meredith Grey in Grey's Anatomy, when after Derek Shepherd died and she was pregnant with that baby and she just left Seattle altogether and was in hiding. Do that. But I really did feel for Jessica White. Prayers to her. I know she's still with her husband, and I felt for her. I really felt for her. Let me get the comments before we move on. Shani said, did Scrappy cheat on Bambi? Is that why they got divorced? He was talking to Diamond. From what Bambi was saying, Bambi maintained that he was cheating with Diamond emotionally and in other ways. She also used to complain about him not coming home, bitches being in his DM. It does seem like he did her dirty. It does seem like that. A lot of people felt like, though, like it could have been Bambi's karma, considering he cheated on Erica Dixon with Bambi. So, and Shay from Love and Hip Hop Miami. So Scrappy's his history's a mess, but Bambi has also got a long history of being the hoe in the hot tub and a side chick and all of this. But I do feel like Bambi and Scrappy have love for each other and are a good match. Like, I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. Let me know how y'all feel, because y'all might feel differently. Shani said that season of Grey's Anatomy blew my mind when she came back with that baby. I was mad at Shonda Rhimes for that, because why the fuck would you kill off Derek Shepherd? And then to find out it was because Patrick Dempsey was like an asshole on set or something. It was just like, but Shonda, you end up beefing with a lot of people who work for you. So I'm starting to think Shonda Rhimes might just be a little bit difficult, which would make sense. What Erykah Badu says, she's an artist and she's sensitive about her shit. So I understand. But I'm a huge Grey's fan. Huge. I've been watching since 2004. Shani said they know they don't need to get back together because it's obvious that Scrappy don't know how to keep it in his pants. I feel like Scrappy gets bored. I feel like Scrappy is like a little kid. He's impulsive, and I genuinely feel like he just gets bored and then he goes and does dumb shit. I don't think he mean no harm, but I just don't think he have no impulse. I think he's emotionally immature and will always be that way. Doesn't mean he's a bad person or a bad dad or nothing, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think Scrappy will ever give up. Scrappy, one of them Negroes that I just ain't got nothing for except a dollar, because he seemed like the type of nigga that ain't got a Roth IRA or a retirement put away. So I don't have high hopes for Scrappy. I think he'll be 77 still saying, if you could get crunk in the club. But I truly believe Scrappy will be doing the same shit 45 years from now with an IHSS aide on his side. I do. Shani said they can have love for each other, but that don't mean they need to be together. That's true. That's very true. That's actually very true. That's true. I don't think they need to be together, but they gonna do what they do. I'm still watching Grey's Anatomy. Also, Shani, I just watched the finale. I thought Owen Hunt was leaving the show, and Teddy. I hope they don't come back. I never could stand their characters. What's poppin', Courtney? You guys get you a high vibes candle. Tap in, tap in, tap in. They smell good. I burned one of them, so I'm actually gonna DM you a little later because I want to order another candle. Yes, I do. Thank you, Q1. I appreciate you. Please do support the channel, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, whatever you so choose. It all helps the channel. Shani said that's going to be him and Jock, 70 and 80 years old. Just don't, they're going to still be hitting it. I'm telling y'all. I am telling y'all. I'm so bad, y'all. My birthday is Friday. I'm going to New Orleans, and they talk about it's rain and thunder and lightning and shit. But that's okay. I'm going to still get my food as long as I can eat. Like, nothing can stop me. Let me see. Shadi said, yo, I haven't watched it. I got a couple episodes on the DVR. So when you started talking about Owen, I had to scream mad loud. Oh, I haven't given away a plot at all. The actor Kevin McKidd said he's going to be leaving the show. Still watch the finale. I'm not giving you nothing that's in the episodes. I promise you, Shani. You'll see when you watch. But she said it's thundering and storming out here. The sky just opened up out of nowhere. 75 degrees here in Oakland, California. I'm just living my life like it's golden, about to fly into some fucked up weather. Hot Mess Express, Hot Mess Express, Lord. Now we see Yandy and Mendeecees talk again. Forgive me, chat. I'm so sick of them having the same motherfucking conversation for now 2 seasons. I get it. You're not together. You were friends. Then you fell in love. Then you lost and parted ways. How many times do you need to talk about it? You only have 2 underage kids. You have 2 underage kids, Skylar and I think Amir is his name. What is the problem? I just don't understand. If Yandy and Mendeecees are going to be broken up, why do they keep having this conversation? So they had a big blow up in the RV. Mendeecees was cussing her out up and down. He says to Yandy that his pride got in the way and caused him to act a fool. He says he regrets his actions and apologized to her. Yandy says that she wished he would have gave that apology 7 months ago and maybe he could still be in the house. Mendeecees says he has to learn to just let Yandy be. Well, yeah. Even if you're in a relationship, you got to learn how to leave her the fuck alone and just let her be. But, you know, I don't think Mendeecees ever wanted Yandy for Yandy. I don't think they ever had a deep friendship or anything like that. If he cared about this woman and they had a bond as deep as they say it would, his son and his son wouldn't be the same age from 2 different women. So I feel like Yandy and Mendeecees took too long to open up to us. And by now it's just like, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I feel like Yandy's done and she's tired and she has every right to be. I feel like Mendeecees doesn't appreciate the fact that she held him down. I just feel like Yandy has had enough. When a woman's fed up, she's done. She has a right to be done. Love and Hip Hop is done. So let it be done. I don't want to see it anymore. Like, I'm tired of this whole plot. I'm tired of it. But they do eventually hug, and I guess they make peace of some sort. We'll see where they go from there. Shani said, whatever, homie, fuck your couch. Damn. She said it's like 90 degrees. Lord, I know. I was looking and said in New Orleans, it's going to be 87 degrees. It's going to feel hotter and it's going to rain on and off. I'm like, what? Ooh. Lord, I'm nervous. Notice how many times he said, I love you to her and she was mute. Right, because if you love me, you wouldn't act like this. And if you love me, we wouldn't be in this situation. Like Mendeecees, I feel like he used to be able to get away with certain things, but now he can't really get away with those things. Like, that's truly how I feel. Mendeecees is just trying to get away with what he's used to getting away with. Shani said, yeah, stop telling her that you love her. Stop acting like you want to try to get your family back and get back together with her, because guess what, homie? She's done. Too little, too late. Way too little, too late. Shani said, I think he appreciated her holding him down back in the day, but at this point right now, he like, whatever, I didn't ask her to, but she did it. You know what irritates me is that she said on VH1's Couples Therapy, if the roles were reversed, would you hold me down? And he did not say yes. So that makes me think he didn't appreciate her. Also, I remember watching Love and Hip Hop New York after he went to prison, and he used to be calling Yandy tripping. That's why Judy went by. It was mad that Yandy was rubbing the coconut oil on that man. Like, Mendeecees has put Yandy through the ringer. Like, in some ways, looking back, I know we talk our shit. It's irritating that she tries to call her situation a marriage, but she was smart to not marry him. She was smart to not marry him. She just was. So I'm not mad at that. But we did get into a little stupid scene with Erica Banks and Dro getting out of the slammer. Okay. These fools are ignorant. Okay. I have been to jail. I have been released. It's not a fun thing. I was embarrassed and ashamed. Like, I don't know why they trying to act like it's cool to just go down and like it ain't nothing. We innocent, this and that. y'all look like some straight motherfucking clowns. I can't even lie to you. Nobody comes out of jail like that. Like, that's a little too much. So they're claiming innocence, talking to the camera, and I don't believe they're innocent. I'm sorry. I'm not snitching. They on TV. How the fuck a gun get in your purse and you don't know? If anybody has held a gun, guns hold weight. Okay? You gonna be able to feel the weight of a gun in your purse. Like, you cannot tell me you're not gonna be able to feel that. And then the drug charge. So here's what they're claiming. Erica Banks and Dro claimed that they rented a car from a private rental company and that they were pulled over because the car was reported as stolen. So they say they rented a car from a private rental car company that had a stolen car. Baby, I don't know a celebrity that ain't gonna go to somewhere reputable. You written from a shady private company that has stolen cars. It sounds like Dro was doing something for somebody. I feel like Dro is with the shit to a certain extent and be having Erica with her. But they claim that it's pulled over in a stolen car, and then on top of the car being stolen, they claim that there were drugs inside of the car. We later learn when we see the scene with Erica and her daddy that the drugs was ecstasy, fizzles, as we call them here in the Bay Area. But I don't understand why Erica keeps running with this girl if she's constantly ended up in jail. Now, Carly Red picks them up. Carly Red don't feel like Erica's taking it seriously. I don't either. And Carly Red connects some important dots. She's like, Erica ain't never had trouble like this. But now that she with Joe, she getting arrested left and right. Like, that's actually fucking insane. I agree with Carly. And we got to remember, y'all know Carly could be Erica Banks's grandma for real. Like, she's probably looking out to her from like the perspective of a senior citizen. She's looking out for her. That's still someone younger. You know, I'm only 33, but if I see somebody 15 doing dumb shit, I'm going to try and look out for them. You know, so maybe that's what Carly's doing. But Carly let Erica know that her father is coming into town because he's very concerned. So we are going to have to see Erica talk to her dad. And we know that her fine ass daddy, because her daddy is cute. We know that her daddy is a pastor. Okay. You already are a rapper with a BBL, famous for a song of girls getting in outfits as skimpy as they can on TikTok. Like, now you doing this whole federal, it's not just that she's going to jail. Like, these are federal fucking crimes. If convicted, she's going to be forced to serve 85% of her time. Ain't no house arrest. Ain't no getting out of it. So Erica does need to wake up. And somebody that love you is not going to have you with them while they be on bullshit. They're not. They're not. I have a past. I done dated boys who was with the shit and getting into stuff. They did not want me with them while they did what they did. So I don't understand why Erica and Dro keep doing this, but they swear they innocent. Okay. I guess you are until you proven guilty. Shani said, hell no, he would not have held her down. Maybe put money on her commissary, but he would have been out there with other chicks, probably would have had another family by the time she came out. That's true. She's talking about Yandy Medicis. That is true. Maybe he would have answered the phone a couple times, sent a couple pictures in the mail. Damn. Shady said, Erica is coming off as a ditzy ass broad. Her and Dro, that light is giving her very dumb Caucasian. I agree. Shani said, yeah, girl, why won't you go to Avis to rent the car? Avis budget, Hertz, Enterprise. Go. There's so many options, okay, to rent cars. I don't Bitmo believe that they just rented a car and it happened to be stolen. Like, the company would have been caught, because if they're renting it constantly, this would have been figured out. So I don't know. I feel like that's just a story. They're not even coming up with a good enough story to lie. Like, I really hope Erica's just acting like this on camera and is actually listening to her attorney, because Dro got her fucked up. I feel like this is Dro's fault. Shani says she probably looking at Erica like that could be her grandbaby. Exactly. Erica's daddy is fine as heck. The Lord has blessed him with some good skin. Her daddy is fine. Okay. He is cute. Amen, Father God. Shani said, Erica, don't forget you're a church girl. You don't know nothing about jail. That part. There's a lot of artists out here that put on the makeup, put on the wigs, get their bust downs and look good and all of that. And they have an urban thing, but just because an African-American person sounds urban or sound like they could be from around the way, don't mean they actually are from around the way. Okay. And Erica gives me somebody who had parents that cared for her, and she probably was not raised to be able to handle or endure an environment like jail. Like, that's just how I feel. I don't know, but I hope that she opens her brain and listens to that lawyer. Now, the next thing we'd see is with Jessica White. She's in church with Bambi. We know she's struggling emotionally from her miscarriage. I do love that she turned to God while going through a struggle. I think that's the best thing you can do. But, you know, Bambi's supporting her. Jessica is sad about her miscarriage, but you know what I respect about her? She really wants to be a mother. She's not willing to give up on her journey. Jessica said to Bambi, she was like, you know, I'm not going to give up. Her man wants to try again, but she wants to take a pause. She's not ready to do that. I actually think that's the healthy thing to do. She says that she will consider surrogacy or she'd try again. Because she's like, if I got this far in my pregnancy, maybe I'll get farther the next time. I love people who have a growth mindset and like literally operate through positive optimism. I think that's the best thing you can do because you're literally rewiring your brain to think in a way that helps keep you from falling into a funk. I think it's good that Jessica has a man that can support her through this. One thing about Bambi, we could say a lot, but she is a good friend to the people she calls a friend. I can say that about Bambi. So I'm glad that they supported her, but there's not much I can say. Bambi says that she's willing to carry a child for Jessica should she choose a surrogate. You might want to talk to Scrappy about that, Bambi, because it looked like you almost have spun that block. You might want to talk to Scrappy about that. But her heart was in the right place, and I wish Jessica the best. Shani said, great that she was in church, but why is she dressed in all black like the Omen? Probably to mourn her child. I also thought it was weird that she was mentioning her dude's sperm in church. I was like, why are we having this conversation under the Lord's pulpit? Like, what are we doing for real? Why are we doing this? But, you know, Jessica's strange. I've just kind of accepted when Jessica comes on the screen, we get what we get and we kind of deal with what we can deal with. Lord help us, because we know that Jessica's a bit touched. Something wrong with her. Shani said, I don't know if that would be a good idea for her carrying that baby. They're too close to friends. Yeah, I mean, people do it. People have done it. That would be a little weird for me, having like a close friend do it. If I had to do surrogacy, I would prefer it to be someone I don't know. Like just grow my baby and then go away, like type of energy. I know that probably sounded terrible, but that's just my mindset. Now we get to see Erica Banks' fine-ass daddy. He's come by from Texas to check on his daughter because she has suddenly turned into a jailbird. And her dad tells her that he feels like Erica is following Dro. He says that guns and ecstasy is not his daughter, and I believe him. And Erica claims that she's not worried about nothing. She don't think she's finna go to jail because she says she got a good lawyer. What did New York's mama say to her? It's not clicking. It's not clicking. What is wrong with you? You always take it serious. You don't just count on a good lawyer just because you got it. Is that why she keep getting into situations like that? Because she think in her head, I got a lawyer. It don't matter if I'm caught. I'm going to be good either way. Baby, it don't work that way. And also your lawyer might get tired of your bullshit because you putting the lawyer through more work with every single charge that you add. Erica Banks, you are talented. Please do better. Please do better. And nobody has a problem with the fact that she's dating a woman. This is not the person for you. Anyone you date, man, woman, or anything in between, needs to have your best interest at heart. And if they do, then you won't end up in situations like this. So I hope she listens to her daddy. Now, her dad has concern because Carly Red told the dad that Erica had gotten a bond because her lawyer was able to get her bonded out, and Erica could have got out, but they were not willing to give a bond to Dro. Erica was telling her lawyer that she wanted to stay in jail and she wasn't leaving without Dro, which was stupid as fuck. Carly Red was right to tell her dad that. And instead of her viewing it like, oh, okay, this is Carly being a friend, Erica gets upset. And it's like, that was not her place to tell you that. That was, ooh, something just flew by my face. That was not her place to tell you that. And that was not her business. And in my opinion, it may not have been her business, but like, if I felt like James was doing some out-of-pocket shit that was dangerous or reckless, I don't care how he feels. I'm going to call his mama. I'm going to call her. I know how to reach her. I'm going to call her. And I've done that for other friends that I've had when they've acted an entire fool. I had a friend go to jail a couple of years ago back in 2017. I called her mom. Sure did. Called her mom and her whole family, let them know what was going on. It's the right thing to do. So I think it's weird that Erica's mad at Carly, but I do feel like she'll eventually get over it. Erica literally breaks down into tears talking to her dad. And because her dad is like, I want you to make good decisions. Don't make everything for this woman. And Erica's in tears. And I'm just looking at her like, bro, you're acting like you're fucking 15 and you just lost your first boyfriend. Like, relax. Like, I understand that Dro looks out for you, but is she really looking out for you? If Dro was looking out for you, Dro would have got you an attorney, but you had to get and pay for your own attorney. If Dro was looking out for you, that gun would not have been in your purse going through the airport. If Dro was looking out for you, you would have rented a car from a reputable rental company like you've done your entire fucking career as a superstar and not had any problems. But now you're renting cars with Dro and them cars are stolen and got ecstasy in them. Erica, like, do better, make better choices. I get that people want love, but love should not be reckless. Love is not meant to hurt you, not in this way. So I hope homegirl gets it together. That's all we can hope. Shani said that could be a problem. Bambi could come to feel like Jessica is being too clingy. Jessica could become jealous that Bambi could carry the baby and she can't. That is true. That is true. That's actually a good point. I think it's safer with surrogates to go with an agency. Like, I just think that's the better option. But, you know, these celebrities move weird. Shani said, Erica, are you crazy? Take this 100,000% serious. Do you know how many people are in jail that are actually innocent? The justice system just does not work that way, girl. Exactly. It's unfortunate that she thinks this way. I hope she takes it more seriously. A federal charge is nothing to play with. If she would have caught like a charge, like just with the state or her local city, okay, fine. I might be less like critical of her, but you caught a federal charge. Like, they do not play. And you caught a federal charge on the East Coast. Okay. They got a great conviction rate. So I hope she gets it together. Now, unfortunately, y'all, we got to get into talking about Zane and Ashley's family, which is just something I don't like to do. Zane and his wife make my teeth itch in every which way of the word. We learned that Zane has found a way to weasel out of helping his brother. Sounds like he has another brother who tested and was a match to give his brother a kidney, and he's going to be a donor. I'm starting to get annoyed with Zane and Ashley, and please don't attack me for this, but I think they bullshitted this storyline. I feel like the brother was always going to give his kidney. I feel like they bullshitted this storyline so that he could look like he had something because it's controversial. And I don't understand how this brother suddenly came out of nowhere, but it was all on Zane. Like, what? When there was a whole nother sibling? I genuinely don't understand that. But things, the family's coming together, Zane and his crew. Ashley's there, and as well as Zane's siblings, his mom, and other family members. And they're doing a charity cause or something for the kidney. And the baby mama pops up, Michelle. Michelle and Ashley don't get along because Michelle has no respect for Ashley as the wife, which is clear. I think she also still wants Zane. But separate from that, Michelle and Zane be on the phone. They still be chummy. Ashley doesn't like the fact that Zane's mom, Lynette, is good with Michelle, but not with her. So I'm looking at it like, okay, girl, I get that you don't like this baby mama, but you choose to still be with this man. Obviously, the family's not going to change anything. I'm tired of fucking hearing about this. Now, Michelle popped up and has set Ashley off. I feel like the family knew it would set Ashley off because no one said anything about her coming. But I also kind of feel differently. I kind of feel like Michelle is the mother of the nieces and nephews of Zane's brother. So she's a part of the family, whether Ashley likes it or not. It's not like the kids are older and grown. They still have every reason to co-parent. So she does have a right to be there. It doesn't have to be beef. It doesn't have to be beef. Zane's family has Ashley fucked up and they're not respectful. I'm tired of them gaslighting her and messing with her. But at the same time, Ashley needs to learn how to pick her battles. I'm tired of these people and their storylines. Like, I cannot deal with it. I cannot deal with her voice. Like, but y'all let me know how y'all feel in the chat because I cannot stand Ashley and Zane. Shani said, I didn't like the fact that the baby mama was there and nobody told her. The baby mama also caught an attitude. The baby mama also talked shit. But everybody want to only correct Ashley. That's why I be feeling like his family be on bullshit. But then this man also cheats on her, comes home when he feels like it. Ashley needs to leave Zane. If she were to leave Zane, she could probably redeem herself and become likable. But the fact that she stays in it is ridiculous. And Zane, you a bitch ass nigga too. Because why are you letting your family do this? It's ridiculous. Draw a boundary, man the fuck up, and handle your business. I don't understand. Shani said, of course it was bullshucks with the kidney storyline, because think about it, the mother didn't really mention it, and she wasn't breaking the way she normally do. Right. But to bullshit about something as sensitive as that, like people like Zayn and Ashley are why Love and Hip Hop as a franchise is dying, other than the fact it's been on TV for 475 years. Shani said, but tell me that the baby mama gonna be there before she gets there. Exactly. Give me a chance to prepare myself or decide if I want to leave. To just ambush her is not okay. And then to make her feel like she's the problem because of the type of event, they gaslit that girl. They gaslit the hell out of Ashley, and they knew what they were doing. They absolutely knew what they were doing. Now we get to Jock's 20th, 20 years in the industry celebration, and he has a jazzy performance of It's Going Down, which was extremely fucking random, but it sounded good, so whatever. Now, after the performance, everybody's mingling around, and we see Selma, Slim, and 24 Hours once again getting into an argument. They ask everybody how they doing, and Selma was like, you finna tell the truth? I'm like, so I don't like 24 Hours. I feel like he's controlling in a way that's concerning, and I feel like she is acting this way and starting shit with him on camera in front of people as like a cry for help or something. I know that sounds dramatic, but I just worry about the dynamics of their relationship in real life. But she says that to him, and it's because I guess he wanted to not be, he didn't want to be at the event because he had another event for his own career. Selma said, you don't show up for me. It's obvious that he did this show for her so she could get some notoriety. She wants him to stay at the event with Jock and them so she could continue filming. He don't want to. He was like, I got another engagement that's going to make money so we could pay the bills and all of this, throwing shit in her face again. And I'm just like, nah, you're manipulative. You're controlling. You don't seem to respect women, because we've watched this man go off and call Sierra out her name, go off and call Carly out her name. We have watched 24 run through a lot of these women on the cast and disrespect him. I don't know what's going on. All I'm going to say is this. Selma, I feel like there's something more going on that you're not telling us. I hope that you are okay. But I do definitely understand why you cheated, baby. I absolutely understand. I totally understand. Something ain't right with that man. I can't put my finger on it, and I don't want to just attack a black man, but something ain't right with that man. I feel like 24 is the type of nigga that was never secure in himself, and he got money and fame and talent, and I feel like he's still insecure and uses controlling ways to like feel better about himself. I don't like that. Do y'all know that my man pays the rent, all $2,700 of it by himself without my help? And will cover food and other stuff in the house and never throws it in my face. Never. So it's very strange when somebody is throwing shit in your face. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Hi, DM Rocks. I'm happy to see you today. DM Rock said, hey, do you think some of these people are going to beg Andy to put them on Housewives since this show is over? Oh, dear. I can't see many of these people on Housewives. The only one that might be a fit is Rashida. But she's so boring and runs from conflict. I don't see them doing that. I think K. Michelle is probably one of the few that could make it on Housewives. I think the rest of them, they just don't fit the dynamic. I do see them going to networks like WeTV. I see them trying to get into Zeus. There's also a lot like Remy Ma starting her own network. There's a lot of people that are starting their own streaming services. So I think they'll go elsewhere, spread out. But I think we'll more so see them on Tubi before we see them on Housewives or anywhere else, if I'm being honest. Let me know how you guys feel. That was actually a good question. Shani says, Spice looked like an old lady with that wig. I cannot, Shani. I don't think he has respect for any woman as it relates to 24, especially the women on this cast. He seemed very dismissive when he talks to Selma or the other ladies. I agree. I definitely agree with that. When the cameras are off, I'm sure 2,400 pounds was very, very disrespectful about the way he talks to the ladies or describes them. I think he disrespects his wife on a fucking daily. I really do. I truly believe that. You cannot put the Georgia Prune and K. Michelle on Housewives together. Oh, that is true. Sure can't. Sure can't. Because the only Black Housewives sector that they really could go on is Potomac or Atlanta. Are you going to watch K. Michelle's interview on the Shannon Sharp podcast? It was interesting. I actually was not aware that she did an interview on the Shannon Sharp podcast, but I will watch it. DM Rocks, I don't know if you have Instagram or TikTok, but DM me. I will put my Instagram in the chat. Feel free to DM me the link or anything like that. And for anybody else who's interested in my Instagram, that is my Instagram, Mrs._B3ST reviews. Feel free to follow me. I do follow you back. You can DM me ideas, chat, all of those good things. That is my Instagram. And my TikTok is Mrs. B3ST reviews, just like it is here on YouTube. But yeah, 24 acted a fool. But other things we see at this event, Sierra is done with Zay. Zay is at the event. She serves him his papers because he's been ducking and dodging the lawyers. And he rips up the papers in her face and tries to kiss her. And it's like, I want you back. You could tell he just probably is good in bed. I was proud of her for like not wanting him back. But why are you kissing me? You could rip up these papers all you want. You Onyx fucking reject, dumb motherfucker. Did you forget that you asked for the divorce? Now you realize you're going to have to pay your own bills, and this lady helped you to come up on a clothing line. She got you on TV. She done paid for your clothes, looked out for your brother, gave you a storyline. Now you realize that, oh shit, Love and Hip Hop ended. What I'm going to do without her? Now you probably want her back. I feel like Zay was using Sierra. I genuinely feel like that because I cannot. But we pretty much get the cast endings. They did the endings like this was just a season finale. But I believe this is the series finale because this should be the last episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. My DVR says nothing else is going to record. Now, I will be covering with James the 6-part farewell episodes to the series that are going to air in the fall for Love and Hip Hop Miami and Atlanta. So be sure to tune into that. But let me know how y'all feel if this is the end of Love and Hip Hop. Like, it's definitely the end of an era. I will be replacing this time slot with Nemesis, which is a Netflix show. The first episode is going to premiere on my birthday, which is this Friday, May 22nd. The second episode and all episodes going forward, I will have to be on my channel every Tuesday. So be sure to tap into that. I've also decided not to cover Bravo's in the City. I don't care for Summer House. I also was not interested in the episode. DM Rock said, K. Michelle says she wants to do a versus. Oh, yeah, I saw that. And she called her a Muppet. I actually think that would be a good versus. They're both kind of equal as it relates to music. But Tamar don't know how to be quiet. So I feel like that would be a disaster. DM Rocks always has the tea. We love DM Rocks for that. Is that legal and accurate that she can serve him with papers? I always thought you had to have somebody else serve them. I believe if it's filmed, you can serve them, but I have no clue because I know the laws are different in every state. Like in California, we can't serve someone. Like we got to get someone else to do it or the sheriff. She said, I'm going to have to get up on that Nemesis show. Yes, Nemesis is on Netflix. The same lady who did Powers, who did it. It's really good. It's really, really good. I encourage you to tap in. You got time. My review won't be here till Friday, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I appreciate everybody for supporting the channel, supporting my reviews of Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Miami have been some of my highest viewed shows, along with Basketball Wives. I do enjoy these episodes. Over the summer, I'm also considering reviewing and reacting to some old episodes or iconic moments from Love and Hip Hop, like the earlier years. So be on the lookout for that. But I will definitely be adding other stuff to cover. We're going to be covering a show called This Is Polly, Love After Lockup, The Shy, Nemesis. I still have 90 Day Fiance. I'm going to be covering 90 Day Fiance, The Last Resort. I have a lot of shows that I'll be covering as well as documentaries. So I hope that all of y'all tap in. But let me get these comments before we get on up out of here. Shani said, yeah, I can't serve nobody out here either. I got to get the cops to do it or a non-family member. Yep. New York and California tend to have similar laws. I remember Tamar talking about being called a Muppet on the reel. That's why it was funny that K Michelle stood in it. It's like, girl, you know that lady don't be liking to be called that, and you gonna go and call her that. You ain't right, Kay. But that's what makes Kay funny. I wish she'd bring that energy on RHOA instead of fucking crying into her palms. Lord. Did you see the interview that Rosie did about Kelsey on Rhode Island? I saw an interview. Rosie said a lot about Kelsey. I'll definitely look into doing a pop culture video, you guys, once I'm back in town. Maybe on Sunday to discuss Rosie, K Michelle, all of those good things. Maybe I can get James to join. We'll see. I'm not quite sure, but maybe I'll do something to discuss that because there's a lot happening in the pop culture world. Dia Rock said Adrienne looked like she wanted to laugh. That's why I'm like, I could never be a host or like someone interviewing people too much. I did good interviewing artists, but like interviewing like reality stars and stuff, throwing shade, I'd be laughing. I couldn't do it. I'd be laughing. Shetty says she's saying it's going all around that Kelsey wasn't living there. I know, for 2 years. She said that she ain't even been with her sugar daddy in a minute and is doing a lot of this for the show, which could be. I mean, I never trust the hoe to tell me the truth. Sorry. Calling her a Muppet is like talking about your vagina or the old one. Damn. Not the vagina. Word on the Curb also is Black Ink Crew. The original people from there have been getting back together and filming something, so they might do something for that. But y'all be on the lookout for shows for Mrs. Best to cover. I'm always looking for more content to add to my channel. Other than that, love and light to everybody. Reminder, Love and Hip Hop Miami will premiere tomorrow. But I'm going to engage with you guys through the premiere chat because I am traveling for my birthday week. But love and light to all of you. I appreciate everybody for watching these reviews and supporting my Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reviews. And I hope that y'all have the best day. Oh, no, he's cool with a lot of them now, girl. He's cool with them. But I'll DM you, Shanny. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching my review. Let's keep the conversations going in the comment. Thug Life. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.